Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Claudia Dean and today I have a very special guest. This is Harry, who's 10 years of age, and Harry trains with Sunshine Coast Conservatory of Dance and also Annette Roselli Dance Academy in Brisbane. And this is a special video because it's my first male video. So we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to master male tours. And with Harry, because he's just 10, we're going to just be doing singles. But of course, if you want to apply these corrections for doubles or triple tours, you're more than welcome to. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I think let's get straight into it. Now, my tip number one is all about the changement. It's really important that you have a super strong changement when you're actually in the air, because you want to make sure that when you do change your feet, it happens straight away so that as you're going around, you can stay in the same position. You don't want to be changing your feet halfway through of the jump, because then obviously you're then changing your position and your body sort of won't know where to balance. So it's really important we have a super strong changement. So Harry, if you can put your right foot in front and you're going to go on releve for me here and just come into the center of the bar, that's it. Now, all I want you to practice for me is the biggest changement you've ever done, pushing off 2 feet, 2 heels in the floor, and you're going to change your feet straight away. Okay, try and do that. So go. That's it. Let me have one more look. 1, 2, go. Perfect. So that's what you need. Now, what about we come into the center and we're going to try doing a tour, basically changing those feet straight away and thinking of that really strong changement. Let's do that. Now, Harry, we're just going to do a changement on the spot here because I want you to practice changing those feet straight away so you know what to feel when you're doing your tour, okay? 1, 2, go. Perfect. Do you want to try one turning now? Okay, you're going to think of that really strong changement. Go. 1, 2, changement. Yes, pretty good. We'll fix up a few other things after, but that was good.
Tip number 2.
Now the next tip, dancers, is all about the shoulders. So first of all, we want to make sure that when we take off, our shoulders are completely on top of where the hips are. So in other words, we can't be back here. Yes. And we can't be too far forward either. Even to the point right when you're about to take off, you have to make sure, if you do a plie in 5th for me, Harry, you have to make sure that those shoulders, they stay vroom, vroom, to where the hip is. So that's the first tip that's really important about the shoulders. Now, the next tip is, if we face on fast, now when we actually go to take off for the tour, a lot of dancers, they try and use their shoulders as a force factor to actually get around, but that's not actually going to help the tour at all. You're much better off keeping those shoulders, again, in line this way sideways, but also this way in line with the hips. So imagine if I had a ruler. Actually, I'm going to go get a ruler. So I've got my ruler. So we're lining up there and there, and there and there. So Harry, when you take off, one thing you're trying to avoid is this. So if you keep your hips really still and just move the shoulders, yeah? Do you sometimes feel like when you do a tour, you want to lead with the shoulders? Yeah. So what we've got to try and do is remember that here and here, and here and here, they have to stay in alignment the whole time that you go round. Okay, so I'll sort of give you a little example. If you're here, 1, 2, down. Now watch what my shoulders and hips do. See how they just go together? There's not one side of my body that's leaning behind. You're going to try and do that for me. 1, 2, keep it there, go. That's it. I think ever so slightly this side was actually leaning that way. So when you're doing your tour, if you're there and you join those arms into first, I think if we can try and feel a zipper on this left side, so you're going to go zip. Yeah, and then you'll be more in line. Try that. 1, 2, 3, zip. That's a bit better. That's good. Tip number 3. Now the next tip, dancers, is all about the elbows and what they should be doing when you're turning. So Harry, if you go step up into that 5th for me, here. Now I'm just gonna hold Harry's elbows here, boom. Now can you imagine that they're not allowed to move? So when this arm comes in, Harry, basically it's just the lower half of the arm. Boom, like that. Because I think more movement in the elbows, that's gonna encourage your shoulders then to move. So basically all the force when you do a tour, it comes from the lower half of the arm here. So there, yes. And then you've also got to imagine this, just go side on for a sec. You've also got to imagine there's like a little fairy going with that side of the back when you go round. So you don't want it to physically move. You just want to imagine like a little push. Okay, try and do that for me. Okay, so go up. And remember the arms, just keep them very still. 1, 2, 3. Still! Good, that's fine. Also, Harry, another note, when you are in this 5th position, you're about to take off, I would recommend as well not moving this arm. So once again, it's purely just this arm that joins. Nothing happens with this side. See if you can do that for me. Let's try one. 1, 2, keep it still, go! That's it, that's it. See, it definitely looks a lot neater rather than opening it, because that will actually encourage you to lean, won't it? Do it again. Go. 1 and 2 and keep it still. That's it. Okay, do one more again. Right now, I want you to think of this. So just top that way a little bit more. And when you go up, can you imagine again 2 zippers? So remember that tip number 2 with the alignment there. Imagine 2 zippers on each side and then keeping the upper body still. Go. 1 and 2 and zippers. Better. That's good. Tip number 4. Now dancers, this tip is all about how long you should plie for before you're about to jump into the tour. So I would recommend, Harry, that when you go plie down, don't stay here for too long because you're gonna lose momentum. You wanna make sure that you go 5th and hold, down, boom. Exactly, like that. Try that again and just make sure you're prepared for it. 1 and 2 and go. That's the idea, that's better. Tip number 5. Now, Harry, the next tip is all about when you actually jump. So when you go straight up, you want to imagine that your hips, they go straight up to the ceiling. So if your hips, if they shoot outwards towards here, or if they go forwards or backwards, that's usually where you're going to be jumping towards. So if you focus on your 2 hips going straight up, and your shoulders pressing down, so it's like the hips and the shoulders compress like this, you'll do a good jump. Try it. 1, 2, go. Hips! Whee! That was good. The legs were a little bit crazy, but the hips were really good. Tip number 6. That was good. Now, Harry, tip number 6, it's all about, as soon as you step up to this 5th and you plie down, that's it, you have to make sure that your 2 feet are really carrying your weight evenly. So you don't want all your weight to be on that front leg like that, or you don't want it to be on your back leg. And you certainly have to make sure, like you could feel like you're even here, but then right before you take off, sometimes our body can do some funny things and it can all of a sudden change. You've got to make sure instead, feel really grounded between 2 feet. So try and do that again for me. Go. 1 and 2 and ground. Yeah, see, I think ever so slightly your back heel comes off. So try and do it again and really focus on that back heel getting into the floor. 1 and 2, back heel. Yeah, see, better landing. That's good. So it's all about pretty much what's happening here. So you don't want to go. Way! And that actually, see that one there? Perhaps you actually pushed off 1 foot faster than the other. So that's possible as well. When you take off here, they've both got to go at the exact same time. Together! Yeah, see, I think maybe your back foot's delaying. Go faster with your left foot. 1 and 2, go. Left foot! Yeah, a bit better. That's good. Tip number 7. Now, most importantly, when you actually finish your tour, Harry, you want to make sure that the plie keeps going. So for a lot of dancers, they go up, they do this beautiful tour, but at the end there's these little jolts. So you want to make sure instead that the fondue, it goes down, 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 down. Oh, with the heels on the floor. Go again. Down, 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 down. There. So when you finish your tour, can you imagine going to your deepest plie, really smooth? Try and do that. And 1 and 2 and go. Smooth. Yes, see, that's perfect. Exactly. At the end, can you do a little bit of a chin and head? Da, 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 da. Plie, chin. Yes, that's better. Now, Harry, I've given you all those little tips. Can you try and do some perfect tours for me? And if you can, you're gonna go tour, go land, and I want you to do tendu, down, pirouettes. Oh, they're better, and land. That's it. Let's try that. We hope you enjoyed our first male video. Thank you so much, Harry, for coming on my channel, and we will see you in my next video.